You are now entering a techie zone.
Well, welcome back into the Mind of the Techies world, and today we've got another unboxing video for you today. But this is going to be an unboxing video of something that I've kind of wanted for years, and I wanted one ever since it first came out, and I finally got one, and I'll tell you what I plan on doing with this and all this fun stuff. So first, let's go ahead and get into this box. So, got my handy dandy trusty scissors here. Noticed I did move a few things around in this room, so there's some things that are a little askew from the last time I seen you. Would go a lot better if I had a knife, but we'll get it done with a pair of scissors. Let me open it up all the way. Let's try this. There we go, that might help. So I bought this, of course, on eBay. Where else? You can already tell by the title as to what this is, but if you haven't read the title, then you'll be surprised. I know what this is, but see, hopefully I can just get my hand in here and just kind of do this thing. Let's get this. Hold on here. I might be able to do that, and then do this little thing. There we go. So let me turn the box this way and stand back up. We have a box full of packing peanuts. Again, packing peanuts seem to be quite the normal when people are shipping things. Let's take a look at this here. I see bubble wrap, so let's see. How am I going to do this? Oh, I see. It's okay. So I'll just lift it out. I'll give you a clue as to what this is. Seem familiar to anybody? Set it down gently, and as always, my trademark is there going to be a one last thing or one more thing? No, there isn't. Okay, so we'll just throw the box onto the floor, and we'll take a look at what's inside of here. Okay, so we're back. You can kind of get a little more glimpse as to what this is. But let's go ahead and unwrap this here. Now, the only thing that shipped with this is the machine itself. There is no power supply with this. And so it was kind of a little bit, but I do have a spare power supply that I can use with this until I can get a new one. Here, let me set the camera down just for one moment. I have no idea what you're looking at, so you might be looking at my arm, or you might be looking at the other side of the wall. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Another clue? Apple logo. This is, of course, a MacBook Pro. This is the first generation MacBook Pro. And I've always wanted this generation of notebook. Ever since it first came out, I've always wanted the first generation MacBook Pro. I even wanted the PowerBook, the G4 PowerBook, years before this. I already have, you know, if you've seen the unboxing video of the two G4 titanium PowerBooks, that's not what I mean. I mean the aluminum 15-inch PowerBook that looks very similar to this. So this is the first revision PowerBook. It looks to be in very good shape. It's got some scratches on the top here. It looks like there's a little dent right there, but again, it's to be expected. These things do end up getting damaged. And I've always wanted one of these. And recently, I've wanted one of these to use as my backup computer, just in case something ever happens to my MacBook Pro, or something, my 13-inch MacBook Pro, something ever happens to this, then I can always have this one to fall back on. So let me just pick it up here. Never seen the 15-inch MacBook Pro before. This is what it looks like. We have MagSafe power. Right there, we plug in your power supply. This actually was the very machine that started the MagSafe power connection. We've got USB, headphone, we've got microphone and headphone, a PC, I believe that's an Express Card 34 slot, or PC card or something ridiculous that no one ever used. IR sensor for the Apple remote, latch and sleep light. You got your optical drive. Don't know if the optical drive works. I would assume it does. I believe it might be a combo drive. I'm not 100% certain what this would have shipped with. Then you have your Kensington security lock, another USB port, FireWire 400. The MacBook Pro originally did ship with FireWire 400. It went to FireWire 800, I believe, in the next revision. Ethernet and DVI, which supports VGA using a dongle adapter. So this is it. Let's open it up here, see what the inside looks like. Ugh, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is, to me, I love the unibody, and there's things I love and hate about it, but also at the same time, I love the design of the first MacBook Pro. I love the design of it. It was really, really cool. So here we have, this was obviously the first Mac to have a built-in webcam right up there, the iSight camera with the microphone. MacBook Pro branding right down there. This is a backlit keyboard. As with the PowerBook that preceded it is backlit. Got a nice large trackpad. I believe it's scrolling. Got speakers here, which, yes, the sound quality on this sounds 150 gazillion times better than the sound quality on the built-in speakers on the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's really insane. One of the things about these things is it's very hard to find these things in good condition. Usually the metal right here starts bulging, or it bulges here where it's been dropped and it's dented and it's dinged, and it's really nasty. But to find one of these in good condition is very, very hard to do. So we have that. The hinges are nice and tight too. They're not flopping, so that's good, nice and tight. Then on the bottom here, flip it up ever so gently. Don't want to scratch it. That's not good. It is missing the two back screws, so that's interesting. I will have to see if I can get those. It's not a problem. It just holds the case on. Underneath here, we have the came from a place called Pro Computing, wherever that is. Sure, they're probably not in business anymore, probably. Here we have a battery. I don't know if it's genuine. Let's take a look. Got the battery latches here. Hold on here. Put the battery out. It requires two hands. It is not. It is not genuine. It is an aftermarket battery, as you see here. No surprise, the original battery probably would have died years ago. Okay, here we go. Here's the configuration. It is a 1.83 GHz Core Duo with 128 megabytes of video memory. It has 1 gig of RAM and an 80 gigabyte hard drive. So if that's the configuration, this is the original Core Duo model. I believe the first MacBook Pro, the bottom line, this is actually one of the first MacBook Pros, the 2006 revision. Feel how lightweight this thing is. This battery has no weight to it. Thing's lightweight. The original, the bottom end MacBook Pro, I believe, was 1.67, and the top end was 1.83. So obviously, the battery looks to be holding some kind of a charge. So obviously, this was one of the top end models because this obviously was the top end model because I believe the bottom end started at 1.83. At 1.67, and the top end was 1.83. It's missing 3 feet. It's got one lone little foot right there, but it is missing. No, it's got 2 feet. It's missing 2 little lone feet up at the front. I can always get those. That's not a problem. I can still buy those. It's a little interesting why it is missing the the 2 back case screws. It's a Monday, okay? 2 back screws. I'm sure I could get those, but I don't understand why they're missing. But anyway, the listing for this listed it powered up, but the problem is I kind of took a chance on this. I was the only bidder on this machine, so I got it for a really good price, I think. And the problem with this is there's a password set up on it, and they can't get past it. Well, there's always ways to get around it. We can always try resetting that. That's not a problem. I have ways. So let's go ahead and, since it looks like the battery is holding a charge, we'll let it run off battery for a moment. And let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it does. Here it comes. I believe this should have a load of Tiger on it if the hard drive wasn't wiped. Okay, ooh, didn't like that. It blinked for a moment. Usually when that comes up, the folder before the Apple icon, that usually means that maybe there's a hard drive issue. I do plan on putting a larger hard drive in this. I may put a 500 in it because I do plan on using this as my secondary machine. Oh, look at how fast Tiger boots up. Okay, so we're stuck at a password. Version 10.4.11. It is fully updated 10.4.11. Keeping time. That's good. So now that we know it boots, we can't get past this. Let me go ahead and grab my OS X Tiger disk and see if the optical drive works and see if we can reset this password. I'm sure we can do that. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, I got my copy of OS X Tiger here, and I've also unplugged my MacBook Pro here. Let's go ahead and plug it in here. This is only a 60 watt, because that's what the 13-inch used. The 15-inch requires an 85, but I don't see no reason why the 65 watt shouldn't work. And there we go. It sees a light, and it's actually turned orange. So we know it's receiving power and it's charging. So I do have another one of these L-shaped adapters, but it's only a 60 watt. So I do have to, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The wattage really doesn't matter. It'll still work, but it's always better, a good idea to have the correct wattage. So let's go ahead and open up this and see if the optical drive works. I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't, but we'll never know. Now, my only concern with this is I don't know if this is going to work, because I've never tried this before. This is an Intel-based machine, and this copy of Tiger is for PowerPC. So I don't know if it will work, if it will do what I want, but we'll see. It takes it, and we'll do restart. And then upon restarting, we're going to hold down the C key, which is going to tell the machine to boot from the optical drive. Okay, hear the drive spinning up. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's force eject that. One way to force eject, turn it on and hold down the mouse onto the trackpad. There she is. She finally came out. So let's see. Let's take a look at my disk. Maybe because this is a PowerPC coded disk, it will not boot. So we can't do that. Let me try doing this. Let me go into the iBook. Let me go ahead and get the restored disks out of the iBook and see if I can boot into those. All I need to do is just see if I can reset the password. And if I can do that, that'd be good. I know there's a Unix command to do it. I'd have to look it up. But let's go ahead and try that. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a try. This is the restore disk to the iBook. And like I said, I'm not going to reinstall OS X. I'm actually going to upgrade this to Snow Leopard, which is its highest OS that it can hold. I just want to see if I can get it to boot. That's all I want to do. If not, I'll just get Snow Leopard on it. So let's go ahead and try this. This should allow me, this is basically the same thing as the OS X, the main OS X disk. The only difference is it's coded, so it won't install. If you try installing it, won't work. But I should be able to get into the OS X utility, which is what I want. If I can do that, that'd be great. Okay, let's give this a shot. Ah, here we go. I hear the drive spinning up. Uh-oh. That's not good. Interesting. You can do it. So apparently it's not going to do this. Okay. So I'll tell you what. There is a Unix command you can do to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and look up that Unix command, and we'll try to reset this password. Oops. Okay, let's try this. If that command is correct, that should boot us into the setup utility, which we'll be able to rerun the setup utility. If that command is correct. I don't understand why my Tiger disk doesn't boot. Neither one of these worked. My retail copy of Tiger or the restore disk for the iBook. I was hoping one of them could do it. But it didn't look like it was going to do it. Bingo. Here we go. Enjoy the movie. Yeehaw! Right? Okay. So that command did work. That allowed us to rerun the setup utility. So, all I need to do, let's see, we want United States. Again, I will be upgrading this to Snow Leopard, but I just need to get in here to take a look at what we've got. Do not transfer. We want the US. Let's see. My internet connection. I honestly don't care. We'll figure that out later. I don't have all the information for that. I'm not going to go look it up. Again, speaking about that intro movie, I missed that. There's the one long lost feature about OS X stuff. I will enter my Apple ID because I will be using this machine. Oops. It's quite hard to type when you've only got one hand. Okay. It probably won't go through because, yeah, it's not available at this time. Because it's not gonna, yeah. Because I don't have internet connection set up. Registration information. Okay, where I primarily use this computer, that will obviously be at home. And what best describes you, I am a student. And I already receive emails from Apple from time to time, but we'll just uncheck that. Account name, password. I do want a password on this, so I will use... How about this? I do want a password set up on this because this is my secondary machine. I have a password set up on my main machine, so ain't nobody using my stuff. Now, whether or not this actually deletes, test for the webcam, there you go. Oops. See, the 2 feet in the front are missing, so it's going to do that. There's me. Shall we snap a picture? Let's snap a picture, shall we? What the hey, right? Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. So, webcam obviously works. Continue on. Now, whether or not this actually deleted the old account, I don't know. I'll have to go in and take a look. Time zone. We are in the Eastern time zone, and the closest city will be New York, USA. Date and time, it looks to be correct, and indeed it is. Actually, no, the time's a little fast. Well, it's not going to let me do that now, is it? Well, I'll change it later. The time's a little fast. Don't forget to register. Thank you, thank you. And it should boot us into the desktop of Tiger. I don't even know what in the world is on this machine, to be honest with you. That's as far as the seller could get, was the password, was the user prompt, but simple little Unix command will get you right in. Okay, it looks to be a stock image at the moment. It looks to have an 80 gig hard drive in it, so this configuration seems correct. Okay, let's exit out of here. Let's take a look at our battery. Let's see how this is doing. And of course, I always want, oops, none of my trusted networks, I'll connect later. I always want percentage to show, about 57%. I don't know how long the battery holds a charge. I guess we'll find that out later. Airport, let's go ahead and try connecting to a network. It's seen a couple networks. Ah, come back. Come back. Thank you. We want that one. And my password will be I believe that's correct. And indeed it is. Finds our airport. Whoa! Finds our, come on. Finds our airport. Come on, baby, come on. Signal. There it is. So you're now connected. Let's go ahead and see if I can find any users in here. So we're going to go to, actually we don't even need to do that. We can go to Macintosh HD. Drag this over. Fully functioning computer. I think I got a steal for this machine. I don't see anything wrong with it. Just besides that they couldn't get past the password prompt. Users. Okay, it sees a few users. It looks like this was used in a school. Because I see an account on here of something devious. What could be in here? GarageBand. It's devious. What could be lurking on here? It looks like this might have been used in a school. Because I see, well, I don't know. But I'll just delete those accounts anyway. I don't care about those. Let's see what we've got for an application load. It looks like we've got, we've got Yahoo Messenger. I don't know who in the world is going to be using that. We have Onyx. I believe that's how you pronounce that. So it looks like this was used for some development at one point. Microsoft Office is on here. Parallels. Somebody was using Parallels. An old version of Parallels Desktop from 2007. Whoa. 2007. There might even be a Windows partition there. It might be even running Windows. It'd be kind of cool if it was. I run Windows on my 13-inch. What is that? I've never seen that before. Firefox, Disk Inventory, Comic Life. It looks to be, this machine might have been used in a school. It looks like it has a load on it that you'd see in a school. Let's see. Let me open up Microsoft Office. This'll, usually the splash screen will give you an indication of who it's registered to. I won't show the screen just for privacy reasons, just in case it does show me that. It's installing fonts. But usually the splash screen will show you who the copy of Microsoft Office is owned by, or who bought it. I have a feeling it was used by a school. It looks to be like a school load, something that you'd find in a school. Maybe it was a teacher's machine at one point. Let's see if it tells me anything. Usually it does. Oh no, it has a person's name on it. Okay. So who knows? Maybe this person was a teacher. Maybe this was their personal machine. I don't know. But it has the person's name on it. So who knows? Who knows? This person could be the IT director of this place. I don't know. Again, I won't show you the splash screen. I won't show you his name. That's just wrong. You don't do things like that. Okay, so we've got a fully functioning computer here. So we know we've got a fully functioning computer here. Come on, you. We can't do that. Let's quit out of it now. There we go. So we got a fully functioning computer here, it looks like. Don't know what's going on with that optical drive. Maybe that optical drive isn't any good. I don't know why it wouldn't boot, but I was able to get in by resetting the password, by basically redoing the setup all over again. Let's see what we've got here. The RAM has been upgraded. That would explain why there's the 2 missing screws. The RAM has been upgraded. 2 gigabytes. So that would explain why those 2 back screws are missing. 2 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM. I was about to say, if this only has 1 gig, I do have a whole stack load of 1 gig DDR2 modules. So I could upgrade this to 2 gigs. I think the speed on mine are a little bit faster. And it's a 1.83 GHz Core Duo. It is not the Core 2 Duo. It is a Core Duo. Let's do more info on this. Open up the profiler. It is not the Core 2 Duo, so basically this is only a 32-bit machine. Because the main difference between the Core Duo and the Core 2 Duo is that the Core 2 Duo is 64-bit top to bottom, where the Core Duo is only 32. So because of that, the highest OS this computer can hold is Snow Leopard. The Core 2 Duo models can hold up to Lion, but because Lion is full 64-bit, it does not work on anything prior than a Core 2 Duo. So I can upgrade this to Snow Leopard, and I have a copy of Snow Leopard, and I will do that. I have a night class tonight. It's 2:10. This one's fast. It's 2:10 on the East Coast. I have a night class at 5:30 that goes for like 4 hours. So I probably will not get Snow Leopard in it today. I might do it tomorrow, but there will be obviously an update video on this at some point. Core Duo, let's take a look here. Battery count, that's what I want. I want to go to power for that, obviously. Cycle count, the battery looks like it was just recently replaced. Cycle count 1. So, I don't know. That battery might have been recently replaced, which wouldn't surprise me. Airport Extreme, we are connected. Disk burning, let's take a look at disk burning. It looks to be this. It's a Matsushita. Matsushita. Can't even talk. It is actually a super drive. I have thought this was only a combo. Okay, yeah, okay. This is the top end model. Okay. Alright, I lost where I was there for a moment. This is actually the top-end MacBook Pro from 2006, one of the original. This is the top-end. And I believe the top-end Core Duo model in 2006 had a super drive in it. So that does make sense. Okay, I was thinking I thought it was a combo, but I think the lower-end model had a combo. Let's go ahead and see if there's any updates first off. Let's give that a shot. And I forgot to close out of that. I don't know if I can get the backlit keyboard up or not. It takes a lot of light to get it to come up. But maybe if I black off the room, I might be able to get it. But we'll see. But yes, this is my new 15-inch. This is probably the closest thing I'll get to a new 15-inch MacBook Pro at the rate I'm going. I know if you've watched this channel for a little while, I said I was upgrading to a new 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro, and that hasn't happened yet because some other circumstances have kind of gotten in the way. The rate I'm going, I'll never get it. So this is the closest thing I'll get to a 15-inch MacBook Pro. But since we're up to date. But, you know, I've always wanted this, this MacBook Pro. I've always wanted this. I love the way it looks, and I wanted it when it first came out. When it first came out, I was like drooling at the mouth. I wanted it. And even years prior to that, I wanted the G4 aluminum PowerBook, the 15-inch aluminum PowerBook, because it looks so cool. And I was going to get a PowerBook to add to my collection, but I already own, you know, those two G4 titaniums. So, and I wanted a new, and you know, I wanted another Intel-based Mac to use as a backup, just in case something ever happens to this, or I sell this or something, then I always have this to fall back on who knows, I might actually use this for traveling. I don't travel that much, but whenever I do, I might use this instead of bringing my main machine with me and do all that. So that is that. Anything else I can show you? Well, since Wi-Fi, we're connected, but let's go ahead and give this a shot anyway. And it takes us right to the Apple homepage, as it should. Okay, so that's pretty much about it on that. I think it will automatically log us in, but I'm going to go in there and I'm going to delete all the other user accounts because I don't care about those and I don't want their information. And I will upgrade the hard drive at some point. The 80 gig hard drive that's in here, I believe that's what's in here, is a 80 gig. It seems about right. I will probably put in a 500. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in yet, but I'll sort all that out later. I'll test the battery, and there will be an update video on this machine soon. You know, whenever I get the updates done on it, when I put in a new hard drive and stuff like that, I will do an update video and stuff like that and show you some other stuff and some cool stuff. So I'm going to end it here so I can get this somewhat edited. I don't know, I might be able to get it up today. I don't know. It depends because I have to leave here in a couple hours, you know, to get to my night class. But I might be able to do some editing on it now, and I might get it up tomorrow or in the next couple of days. But anyway, it'll be up. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll just put her to sleep. Oh, one thing. Let's see if we can get that backlit keyboard to work. And there it is. And let's see if we can turn the brightness all the way up. There we go. Look at that. This is one of my favorite things I love about Macs, is their backlit keyboard. Now, obviously, mine doesn't take a whole lot to now obviously on the new on the newer MacBook Pros, it doesn't take a whole lot of light to make these things light up, but on the old ones it takes a lot of it takes a lot of darkness to make these things light up. But look at that. Actually, I can do this. I can unplug, and now we have dual keyboard backlightage. How about that? All right, I can't hold this with one hand. I'm going to drop it, and that wouldn't be good. All right, so I'm going to end the video here. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to see more from the Techies World, hit the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys with the next tech video. Thanks for watching.
Yo, fresh haircut, fresh cars, fresh homeboys, fresh stars. About to bring 4 girls back 5 stars. Famous, without the fuss, I'm hard. From the shit.